I have nothing to discuss other than the fact that that gold decor hurts my eyes. Okay, it's giving Bobrisky's house. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. Another day, another Love Island review. Guys, if this review is more than 10 minutes, you have to subscribe. Okay, you actually have to subscribe, because I won't even lie to you, I was definitely falling asleep in today's episode, and a lot of people were as well, because I saw a lot of people tweeting about it as well. But you guys know we're going to keep it real on this channel. So as I usually and always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and therefore join the family. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And number three, as I usually and always say, please get cozy and comfy with a hot Ribena or some snacks. And let's get into this review. And like I said, if it's more than 10 minutes, guys, you have to subscribe. Okay, cool. So firstly, I also want to thank everyone who tuned into yesterday's live. Guys, I had such a good time. So many of you said that you wanted me to go on lives more often, and yeah, I don't know, do you guys want that? Let me know down in the comments. Maybe we do a live once a week or something, I don't know, but please let me know, because it was nice talking to you guys in real time. Okay, it was cute. All right, cool. So let's start off with Callum choosing Molly to couple up with. He was like, oh my god, I'm shocked, I knew it's better to be here, all of that stuff. I think everything I said yesterday still stands, i.e. I don't actually feel like I care. This sounds really bad, guys. I'm not a heartless person, okay? But I just don't feel like I care about Molly and Callum's little reunion. Like, you guys were dating for 3 years. You broke up 6 months ago. Love Island isn't where you need to be. You need to be in therapy if you think it's going to work out. I don't know. It's given it needs healing, okay? I'll be honest with you. But they did say that a conversation does need to be had. And yeah, once again, let me know if you agree or disagree, guys, but I don't care for the reunion. Like, I just kind of felt like even throughout today's episode, it was like, oh, what does Callum think about Molly kissing or what does Molly, like, am I just growing up and getting old and bored? I don't know, but I didn't care, to be honest with you. So of course the boys ended up going for a chat, and Callum said that he doesn't know if they'll get back together, but they broke up over arguing because they kept bickering back and forth. And then Molly was speaking to the girls, and she was also explaining her side as well, saying like, you know, everything was fine, you know, we're all on good terms and stuff. So once again, like I said, I don't know if I care for the reunion. If you do, let me know down below, but for me, I just don't know if I care. Let's move on to Chris and Demi having a little chin wag. I really like Demi, guys. You guys know we stand our good sis over here. I think she is a ball of energy. I think she's gorgeous. I don't know if I have an obsession with people that are ginger, but I feel like ginger people are so gorgeous as well. And they were talking about their love languages and why they like each other, and also why they want to get to know each other. Anything else? Hannah and Anton are having a conversation, and you know what? Let's reload it to yesterday, right? Because some of you commented, and also some of you actually sent me DMs. Obviously not all of you, because some of you understand where I'm coming from. Some of you are saying that you think I'm an ageist or something along those lines. That is incorrect and also false. I did continuously say in yesterday's live that my big sister is older than Hannah and she doesn't look a day over 21. That wasn't me trying to discriminate against Hannah's age. I do feel like she seems like a lovely girl, but she definitely does look older than, she's 31 or 33. I think 33. Yeah, she definitely looks older than 33, and I just feel like as much as she is good energy and good vibes, I don't know if Love Island was the show to come back to after 10 years. I feel like maybe Married at First Sight maybe would have been good, or, you know, there's other, you know, shows like that. And a lot of you also agreed with me yesterday, but some of y'all trying to call me an ageist. Guys, everyone deserves love at any given age, okay? I don't know where that's coming from. So, yeah, let's move on to George and Tobes, as she likes to call him. She said that she was glad to be with him and that she wanted him, and Toby also said that she should try and also speak to Anton, because she did say she's interested in him. I'll get into them later on in the review, because they do have a, you know, the ending is circled around them and the whole kissing and blah de blah, but I'm gonna try to get through this review, okay? Because I don't know, today's episode didn't give, guys. I'm sorry. I'm always going to try and make these reviews as lively as possible, but today's episode actually didn't give. Even my cousin told me that I shouldn't even post a review today. She actually told me I shouldn't post a review. Let's move on to Kaz and Mitch. Kaz shut that down in 2 seconds, of course, letting him know that they will be really good as friends. I'm not surprised, okay? It was not rocket science that they were never going to work out, and the public need to have their singlets torn for even linking them together. They need to bring someone in for Kaz, because even the situation with Lewis, we'll get into that shortly as well. Let's move on to Hannah and Liberty. So of course Liberty was asking Hannah for some advice and said that she feels like Jake has been avoiding her. We're going to get into that tea at the end, by the way, because I'm sure you guys saw the news this afternoon. But Hannah told her that they should go and have a chat. So, of course, Liberty and Jake ended up having a conversation. And she said that the book was closed. And they pretty much did agree that they wanted to be mutual and everything like that. I'll be honest with you. You know me, guys. I'm really extra. But in terms of the body language, I do feel like Jake... It's no surprise that he actually ended up leaving the show. Sorry, spoiler alert. But it's no surprise that he ended up leaving the show, in my opinion. Because even his body language whilst he was talking to... what's her name? Liberty. He just looked like he wasn't even there. He was completely zoned out. It just was not even in the villa. So I'm not surprised that he ended up leaving. Spoiler alert. Let's move on to Callum and Molly once again. Like I said, I don't really care for it. I guess they were kind of having a catch up. You know, she was like, oh, you got a new tattoo? And he was like, oh, you were good for omelets. Like, omelets with that. It's just given reminiscing, okay? You're reminiscing on the past. You guys haven't healed. 6 months is a very short time to get over a breakup that where you were in a relationship for 3 years, okay? So like I said, I don't know if Love Island is a show for them. Allegedly, they didn't actually know each other were going on the show. I don't know how true I think that is, but I don't care for the Callum and Molly reunion. I'm sorry, but like I said, let me know down in the comments if you do. As for me, I do not. Let's move on to bedtime. I have nothing to discuss other than the fact that that gold decor hurts my eyes. Okay? It's given Bobrisky's house. And if you don't know who Bobrisky is, please go and Google Bobrisky. It is given Bobrisky's house. Nothing to discuss other than the fact that Demi and Chris had a few cuddles, and so did Georgia and Tobes. I need to stop calling him that. His name is never Toby. But yeah. Okay, let's move on to... I don't think I want to speak much about the morning chats other than the fact that Demi was, of course, speaking to Georgia H. I believe it's Georgia H. Yeah. And was just asking, you know, how's your night with Chris? And, you know, Demi, she's just such a ball of energy. She was like, I had such a good night. It was so amazing. And then when she left, Georgia was speaking to someone else, and I think they asked her, like, you know, did you really care? And she was like, no, I just really kind of like just wanted to find out like what's going on. So this is also another thing. You need to make sure you're not talking to your enemy, okay? Because monitoring spirits are clearly a real thing. Okay, let's move on to Kaz and Lewis having a chin wag. One thing I do want to point out was the fact that the guys really aren't grafting this season. That's one thing I've really picked up on. They're really not grafting. The girls are the ones going to speak to them, which I don't seem to understand. But they were having a conversation, and I just feel like Lewis... We'll get into it, because he ends up calling her sis later on in the episode, but Lewis clearly isn't into Kaz, and I feel like Kaz, I think Kaz is 29 now, so she's grown a lot. You know, she's learned a lot over the years from her past experience in Love Island, and of course moving into the real world as well. I just don't want her to fall into being a victim again on Love Island, because you guys know we stand Kaz here. What a gorgeous chocolate babe, so they generally do need to bring someone in for her, but also at the same time, I still don't really understand the point of Love Island All Stars. It's given reunion, so I'm glad she's there enjoying the holiday, okay? Sis is going to get that golden tan. She's going to come back to great deals, and that's that. Okay, you guys know they ended up playing a game. Not really much I want to discuss from it, to be honest, but we'll speak about a few things that happened. Kaz ended up snogging Lewis. Yeah. Did she end up snogging Lewis? I wrote Lewis, but I don't actually remember. Was it Lewis or Toby? I think it was Lewis, but she ended up snogging him as the islander she'll like to share a bed with. Chris was twerking. What an interesting twerk. Tobes said that he's had sexier kisses. That line actually did finish me. I won't lie. How can someone kiss you and you say you've had sexier kisses and that one wasn't even top 3? That's scary. You need to actually run from men like that. Demi ended up snogging the 2 islanders that she thinks she's attracted to the most, and that was, of course, Chris and Mitch. Also, a side note, that's how you also know that this season is very interesting, because for Mitch to be the most desired man on Love Island is insane. Okay, also interesting. Mitch also ended up snogging Liberty as an islander that he thought was the sexiest. Liberty said that Jake gave her the ick and that he had a foot fetish. I didn't remember that, but I know everyone is very different. People have different fetishes, but having a foot fetish is very different. But you know what? Each to their own, okay? And yeah, like I said, there really wasn't really much from this episode altogether. What are we on? We're on... It's saying 8 minutes on my camera. Let's see if we can push for the 10. Okay? We're going to try. Now let's move on to after the game. So Molly overheard from the guys that Callum pretty much said that he only decided to couple up with her because he wanted to couple up with her out of respect, and of course she was really upset and kind of triggered by that, saying, oh, he doesn't even communicate, that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do, communicate. Now Demi now ended up putting him for a chat on the terrace just to kind of like figure out, you know, did you just couple up with Molly because you wanted to play it safe, or are there still feelings there? And he did say it's half and half. I do feel like they are going to try and push the Molly and Callum agenda, and it's not a bad thing, okay? Someone has to win eventually, but I don't, like I said, I don't know if I care about the reunion altogether. That's just my honest viewpoints. Let's move on to the nighttime. I have nothing to say other than the fact that Kaz was looking, oh, so sweet. Kaz was looking so lush. Like, did you see what she was wearing? Then she had the middle part bust down, the shimmer. I loved it, okay? But of course she ended up pulling Lewis for a chat, and the truth of the matter is I hope she reads the room as much as we are reading the room from home, because Lewis is not interested in her. He even called her sis, and I don't think she heard it. He was just like, oh sis, yeah, da. So Kaz was of course saying as well, and they were agreeing that, you know, they're just kind of taking things slow with everyone in the villa. But I hope she picks up on the fact that I don't think Lewis wants to take it slow with her. I think he's definitely into Oyinbo people, which is fine, okay? Everyone has their preferences, but I just want them to either send someone in for Kaz so that she can be secure in another situation, or our good sis stays there just so that she can get that golden glow. Let's move on to the boys. Of course, the boys, whilst they were getting ready as well, they were speaking about all the people that they were going to pull for a chat, and of course Molly was pretty much the #1 pick. Molly's cute, don't get me wrong. I do feel like I see many Mollys when I go out, if that makes sense, but I do feel like because all of the guys do like Molly, it is going to push and pressure Callum, put pressure on Callum. My English is through the roof today, wow. But put pressure on Callum to also continue to wanting to get to know her, because some guys are weird like that. They will like you more when they realise that other people like you, and of course we know that he still has feelings for her. So I do think that is definitely something that we're going to see over the next couple of episodes. Last but not least, we'll move on to Georgia and Tobes having a chat. She was asking him, you know, if he's ready for a relationship. Toby doesn't give me ready for a relationship vibes. It is literally early days, aka day 2, and I do feel like Toby is also there for the vibes as well. So of course they did end up sharing quite an intimate kiss, and I can tell that Georgia is really happy, but I don't know if I see Toby as being serious about wanting to continue to develop what he has going on with her, because once again it is day 2, and even in the afternoon, or the morning shall I say, he did say to the guys, you know, like he's not wifed off. So I think he's low-key just playing the game at the moment, and I'm not surprised because it's Tobes. Of course, we ended up getting a glimpse of tomorrow night, and Jake calls everyone around the fire pit to let them know that he is leaving the villa. And then there was also another clip of almost like a talk show with like hosting with Maya Jama and also him as well. I was very shocked when I heard the news this afternoon, if I'll be honest with you, but then I was just like, he really, not saying he must really despise Liberty, but it probably was just a lot for him. Like, he must really just say, actually, no, I'm not doing this anymore, because to leave the villa after literally 2 episodes is very interesting, okay? Very, very, very interesting. But not even 2 episodes, it'll be 1 episode, because I think today was a follow-up from yesterday. Yeah, after 1 episode. So I do feel like, very random, I'll be honest with you. I was very surprised, but at the same time, do what makes you happy, okay? He might still have feelings for Liberty, which is why he just feels like there's a lot to get through. Or at the same time, he may just say, you know, I haven't spoken to this girl in years, and I also don't want to see her face as well. So do what you've got to do for the sake of your mental health. I honestly don't blame you. But yeah, that is tonight's review, guys. I hope I gave it some sort of justice. I hope this video is over 10 minutes long. My camera is saying it is, so yeah, I hope it is. But overall, for me, a very lackluster episode. I definitely almost fell asleep, and so many people on my timeline even stopped watching. Like, honestly, I'm telling you, my cousin told me not to review tonight's episode, but you know, we gotta get the content out, okay? But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys would actually think of tonight's episode down below as well. Also, please let me know if you guys would like us to do more lives, more episodes, a live a week, whatever. Like, let's get this going, do you know what I mean? And let's try bump up our spirits, because we are here for 5 weeks, honey, okay? 5 weeks. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please just also subscribe if you haven't already, and also follow me on my Instagram at SarahDestinyX, and also on my Twitter. But other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. Please take care, stay blessed, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.